welcome. And with me is my buddy Stretch up there on the top right. If you're still looking at my screen, you can see him over there.
What's
Beautiful
up?
as always. What a lovely lady you are.
Yes.
You're so lovely.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. My mic's too hot. And then, let's see. Check 1, 2, check 1, 2. There, that should be all right. Look on the bottom left. Hold on. Right, left. Okay, that's my left. Okay, down there is one of my favorite people. We got Danny. Good old Danny boy. He is...
How's it going, man?
Dirty Rotten Revenge, formerly a Hidden Agenda. Him and I and Stretch have shared many a stage together. And we have had the privilege of seeing his magnificent areola time and time again.
I was actually going to bring that up in this podcast. So,
I'm glad you were, because that was we talked about that last time about being on tour and all the male nudity that partakes without
Always.
Yeah.
it happens.
And then when I talked to you, I was like, oh man, he's known for going just topless.
I really want to go through all my pictures and find all the band pictures I have topless, so you can just flash them in rapid succession up on your screen right now.
Dude, that's one thing I loved about watching you play in whatever band you were playing in, is that you always had some great energy, and then you just never knew when that shirt was coming off.
It always had to do with alcohol. Always had to do with alcohol. I've noticed that now that I stopped drinking as much, I don't take my shirt off nearly as much as I used to. But
yeah, brother,
give me a shot and start a chant, and it comes off. That's just
I think I've seen your nipples more than I've seen my own. All three of mine.
Very possible. All three?
Yeah. That one might be a mole. I'm not sure.
You should get that checked out, man.
Oh, I did. The guy at 7-Eleven said it was very pretty. Look at Stretch's face.
You show your nipples to people at 7-Eleven?
Oh, 7-Eleven, Circle K? I mean, I don't discriminate. The church's chicken down the road.
Make the rounds.
Can I have a 2-piece of chicken and look at this?
Look at this. Help me out here.
Does this
It's
look
got
infected?
hair on it? I don't know if that's a good thing.
Did it wink at you? Because it's winked at me. Right on. Well, Danny is a bass player. Primarily, do you play any other instruments? Just bass.
Mostly just bass. I played the first band I was ever in. I played drums in.
Okay.
We were a 2-piece, but we didn't really do much. I think I wish I still had it. We recorded an album, but it's not online. It was before MySpace and Facebook were a thing, so it doesn't exist out there anywhere online that I've been able to find. But I'm basically nowadays just mostly just play bass.
So, and then when I met you, you were playing in a Hidden Agenda.
Yeah,
and you guys, we did some great shows together back in the day. We got to open for Alien Ant Farm. We got to that was LBC
10 years ago.
Oh yeah, it was a long time ago, man.
Something like that. But Hidden Agenda was my first serious band.
Yeah.
And then we did a side project for a while called DeLorean Death Ride that I was played bass in.
I like that
and
name.
Then we loved our shirts. Our shirts were great. I keep telling Jeremy, our singer, that we need to do a run of shirts for DeLorean Death Ride.
Nice.
But then I played bass for a band called the Misfits.
I remember that band.
I remember that shit too. That shit was amazing.
The Misfits cover band where we changed all the lyrics to Star Wars.
Yeah,
I think some of the music is still out there.
We
our
played
singer,
a show.
I think,
Wait, or it was a festival.
Yeah, I remember seeing you guys down at ISU. It was amazing.
I think so. Yeah,
because some of the 501st were there.
Envy.
Yeah. We played Punk Fest, a couple Punk Fests, I think. Under that band, and then now I'm in my current band, Dirty Rotten Revenge.
Yeah, which I love.
We've been together for 6 years now, something like that.
And you guys are playing this Thursday at Night Shop in Bloomington, normal area.
Yes.
So Thursday, if anybody's in that area, Thursday, what time?
I think the show starts at doors are at 7:30. Music starts at 8:30. I think we play first.
Nice. And if you guys are in the Bloomington normal area, I suggest you go there. The Night Shop venue is so nice. The food's good.
Oh, yeah.
Beer's plentiful. The music's always top notch. Thursday night you'll catch him. Saturday night you'll catch me and Stretch there with the Runaround. Celebrating.
I'll probably be at that show too.
Oh, I hope so. Yeah. I'm gonna see your nipple. I'm gonna see your nipple.
Buy me a shot and start a chant. That's all you need. That's what we found out.
That's what I'm gonna do. Hand you a shot and be like, I want to see your nipple. I want to see your nipple. Stretches. You got a longer neck than I do, man. Your head kind of waves a little. It's
I
so
have no
quick.
neck.
Look at that.
I'm necklace.
Yeah, we'll be celebrating our singer Jason's birthday Saturday as well. So.
Oh shit! I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, if you follow our band, hit him up. Say happy birthday. I think it's his 57th. So. Yeah.
Damn,
57
he's so
at
young.
least.
He's so young.
I'm gonna get such an angry message from him. You're older than me, old man.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So, Danny, man, so what we've been doing is just like hearing any kind of fun story, anything embarrassing, anything, even just horror. Like if you've had a horror show, just stories of the road, because I get asked that all the time. Like, what's the craziest thing you've seen? And I know with your reputation as such a wild one,
Wild and crazy guy.
wild and crazy guys. Yeah. Do you when you play a show, do you have anything like a pre-show ritual you like to do before to kind of pump you up? Are you a shots guy, beer guy?
Usually, I'll grab a couple beers. I'm a PBR guy. I drink PBR.
Yeah.
Did
you guys have hams
grab
for
a couple of beers. Hams was hams for a bit, and then for a while it was stag for Stagger Days.
Ooh.
Usually any beer I can get for $1, I'm happy with. Though it's harder to find beers for $1 much nowadays anyway.
No.
But usually I'll just grab a couple beers, and usually I'll try to take a shit before I go on stage. You don't want to be 2 songs in and be praying about it for the rest of the set.
That's what I was saying last time. We've had this discussion recently on camera.
I think I'll try. Even if it's ghost poops, you got to try to get on there and get it out.
Just got to put in the effort, man.
It was our old guitarist that told me one time, man, sometimes it just feels good to push. If you just sit down.
It's such a relief afterwards, and then you're ready to get up on stage and take your shirt off in front of everyone.
Yeah.
You know?
Bubble guts is the worst feeling when you're about to hop on stage.
Yeah.
Oh.
Have you been there? Have you done that? Stretch?
I just had bubble guts like the other weekend, so no, not. But I'm just like, no more.
Nice. Any wild and outlandish things you've seen from the stage that you can remember?
From the stage,
yeah.
From the stage is we've been pretty lucky, I guess, with how mellow our shows usually tend to be.
Right on.
From the stage, I haven't seen much.
People don't realize. I mean, the lights are bright, and sometimes you can't see out there, but you never know what we can catch just going on in the audience.
Right.
Sure. I've definitely been in bars where their bar fights have broken out in the middle of our set. We were playing. I don't remember. It was years ago with the Hidden Agenda. It was, I think, somewhere in Chicago. It wasn't the Mutiny.
Okay.
And it wasn't, but maybe it was in India. I don't remember. Anyway, we played a show, and someone started a fight, and the fight came up onto the stage while we were playing. And it was one of those stages where it's only like 3 inches off the floor.
Yeah.
So you guys keep playing?
You walk in, you look and say, "That's the stage." We stopped
for my
playing
other people
because
listening, the Mutiny used to be. It's not there anymore. It was a local dive punk rock bar, and I mean it was just known for having great punk rock bands. And yeah, the stage was
we had some great shows
just
there.
barely this tall off the floor.
And,
however, in the dead center of the stage, there's a ramp that goes up all the way through the stage. Right. So we're right where the singer has to stand. He's kind of at an angle.
And it's not like sloped. It's like two dead 2-inch drops on each side of that. So if you step on it wrong, you would just roll your ankle and fall down every time. But it was a great venue. It had some amazing shows there. I can't remember what the owner's name was, but since we're from Bloomington, he'd always say, "Oh, my Kappa boys are back." He'd always talk about the strip club, Kappa Cabana.
Oh, no.
Of course.
Because it's 10 miles from us or something like that.
Yeah.
But, we've had fights come up onto stage. Hundreds and hundreds of drunken people. We went on tour in, I want to say 2018. And we were, I think, in Indiana. And we had some drunk guy get up on stage and just grab the microphone between songs.
They always go for the mic.
And we were just we're like, and there
Every
it wasn't a
time.
big venue and it wasn't a big crowd, so we were just like, all right, say whatever you want to say, buddy, and then get the fuck off the stage. And he wouldn't say anything. He was standing there and he would be like, hey, stop. And then I played something on the bass. He'd be like, no, stop. We'd be like, all right, fine. So we'd all stop. Nothing. Well, if you're not going to say anything, get the fuck off the stage. And eventually the door guy finally came running up and like grabbed him and pulled him off stage and threw him out. But like,
he thought he was going to have
it
a
was
moment.
like ridiculous. And yeah, he was like, he wanted to be the rock star. I was like, this is your moment, buddy. You better enjoy it.
And froze up.
Say anything. He was super freaking drunk though.
Yeah. Always when they're drunk. You never threw a punch while one of those going on?
Not from the stage. I'm really like, I've been in bands with people, I don't want to name names, in the past, that when they got drunk.
Here we go. This is what I want. Let's go.
When they got drunk, they were easy to set off. We'll say it that way.
We know.
But
confrontational.
Little confrontational. I've definitely had band members throw beer bottles against walls at other band members. I've had band members jump on top of another person that's attacking another person after a show. I'm usually very much the non-confrontational. I'm usually the guy that's kind of like, I don't like to raise my voice if I have to, unless I definitely have to. I'm very much a get between everyone and be like, he's just drunk. It's okay.
Come on, man. It's okay.
I'm a big wall. If I can get between people, then it's okay. I can keep them separated, you know?
Yeah.
Stretch, you're kind of that way too.
Yeah, come on. We don't need to be fighting.
Yeah.
We know no fighting.
Yeah, let's just be friends. We just gotta be family, man.
Yeah.
Let's
For some
get
reason,
a beer.
I have Stretch's voice in my head like a lot of times. Just like, just chill, man. Just chill. Like,
Just
cool.
relax.
Yeah, that's how I am. I'm non-confrontational. It takes a lot to get me angry. And
like what?
I don't know. Like I can't think of a time at like a show.
Like what?
Like a lot. Like things that you don't do to people. Like don't freaking assault a woman in public.
Oh no.
You know, don't bring racist shit around me. You know, like that's the stuff that sets me off, you know. I remember we played a show at IBC in Bloomington one time, and it was a pretty good crowd, and we were pulling our stuff down off of that 12-foot stage.
Oh god, I remember that one.
The stairs, man.
And I remember some dude coming up to me after and was like, "Oh, it was a great set." And I'm like, "Hey, thanks, man." You know, he's like, "It's great to hear some white power music in this town." And I was like, "Whoa, buddy, let's just stop for a second. Let's bring this back a little bit." What made you think that's what it was? Were you listening to the lyrics at all? Like, was it the part where I talked about fucking your sister, or was it? I was talking about my ex-girlfriend named Monica and she's a whore. Which one of those made you think that this was white power music? Like,
oh man.
But like, yeah, I mean, like,
and this was at IBC.
That was at IBC.
I think he said the same thing to me, and I was like, "Whatever I say."
It might have been a show where we played with you guys.
I'm just messing.
But I mean, yeah, like I'm usually like I don't really get confrontational too much. I've seen a lot of fights. I've seen singers from other bands jump off the stage onto people in the crowd that are standing next to me because people are yelling at them, and a lot of drunken, stupid punk rock show bullshit. You know?
It comes with the territory.
It does.
Yeah,
it does, and it's all about how you maneuver it, whether or not you can get through it in one piece, pretty much. I remember.
Luckily,
go for it.
Go ahead. I've never been in a situation that I couldn't figure out how to get out of or figure out how to handle. You know.
Yeah.
Thank God, so far. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
You know.
I was gonna say never. We talked about this recently, Stretch and I think the whole band was when I joined the Runaround. My first show. First of all, it was kind of funny because as soon as I joined, like we got signed by a label here in Chicago. So I was like, I didn't have to do anything yet. Nah, I got outside. Yeah. So our first show, from my first show, we drove all the way down to Bloomington, and I forget what venue we were gonna. I think was it that same venue with the tall stage? I can't remember. So we get there.
I think it was.
We get there and we start loading our gear into the front. And then they start talking to like the manager or somebody. He's like, no, we already have a band set up for tonight. Come to find out that the Runaround's old manager, I think it was an old manager, we had let go. And when that happened, he had canceled the gig without telling the band.
Oh, shit.
And the worst part was we had brought another band from Iowa that drove all the way from Iowa.
Oh, damn.
And they were pissed.
Oh,
they were screaming. I was like, I haven't even played a show yet. I'm just getting to know these guys, and I'm already gonna fight. They drove. I remember them driving by. They packed their shit. They drove by us with all their fingers out in the window, just like
they were like, we weren't happy either.
Yeah. They were pissed at you guys. Jeez, man.
They were furious.
You're like, we were pissed too.
Yeah, exactly.
You remember that Stretch,
that
right?
show?
Yeah, that shit sucked.
That was sounds like something that IBC would do. If I was being honest, like IBC was my home bar for years, and I loved it. Man, the owner was a jackass. I worked there as a bar back for a few years. That guy. Yeah, that's the kind of place I remember. I miss it, but at the same time, I'm glad it's gone. We have better venues now.
Because you went to school there too, right, Stretch?
Yeah.
Was it a pretty wild punk rock scene when you were there?
Not really. I don't know. Not really. Like, not especially. Like
when I'm trying to think when we first formed a Hidden Agenda. I was 21, so this was years ago. I knew of like 3 punk bands in town. I think there was Black Left Pinky, 6 Inch Punch, and I think those are the only 2 that I know of that I remember. Metal was big when I was in high school. There was like Sinkhole and like a whole bunch of different. Yeah, kind of, yes, but not exactly. No, my Mexican friend, no.
I'm sorry. So sorry.
But yeah, like it was more like we played when we started Hidden Agenda. We played exclusively with metal bands for probably the first year that we were together or so, just because no one else was playing punk rock music in Bloomington normal time. Until we started expanding out to Chicago and St. Louis and the bigger cities where we're like, hey, other people are playing our kind of music too. Yeah. That's great. But we that's how we got into it. We've pretty much cultivated the punk scene as much as we can here in Central Illinois.
That's good.
We'd
seriously.
Yes, yeah. He puts on a punk fest. Well, he hasn't done it the last 2 years because of COVID.
Exactly.
But, I hear
come back with a fury, I'm sure.
Yeah. I hear he's they started booking for it now. It should be like in June or July of next year. So
hell yeah.
And I know you guys put together Punk the Burbs Fest up north in Chicago.
Yeah, Jason and Caitlin from Bumsy and the Moochers put that on.
Yeah, they put that together, and I try to get up there when I can. Like we've played that a couple times.
Yeah.
And we're just expanding and growing, man. Cultivating our own scene.
You keep at it,
he's
man.
trying to
push.
Hell yeah.
Push.
The more I take my shirt off, the more people will join the scene. That's all.
Exactly.
Stretch. It's time for you to take your shirt off, buddy.
Sex sells, man. Sex sells.
Remember, I got to show the midriff, and you just
full on. Full on. Okay.
Full hog.
Seems like I might be doing a little bit more work here, but
you have seniority over me.
Oh shit. Gonna have to wield my power.
Yeah. It's your duty as a bassist.
Yes.
As a bassist.
That's what happens. You play bass, you take your shirt off.
You play the low end, you get rid of the high end, you know?
Exactly. Exactly.
I like it.
You like that?
I can agree to those terms. I can agree to those terms.
Trademark, copyright.
Just when if you take your clothes off, make sure that you put them somewhere safe. Because I had one time we played the Castle. It might have been Punk Fest 3. I stripped down to just my underwear, and my buddy Marco got on stage and grabbed my clothes and threw my clothes into the audience. There's a picture. I'll see if I can find it and I'll send it to you. There's a picture of me playing, and you can see my sock in the air.
Yes.
Just like the picture. Like I wish that all my clothes were there, but you just see my sock up in the air because somebody had thrown my clothes.
Yeah, send it to
me.
And
I wasn't worried about it except for my phone and my wallet. Like I was like, where the hell's my wallet? And it was all in my pants. My pants got back to me, and I got all my shit back. I was really surprised. But yeah, have to find
Very
that picture and
fortunate.
send it to you so you can put it in here.
Heck yeah, I'll put it on here. I told this story last time. Stretch and I talked about it. I edited out of the last show just because I wanted to tell it a little better and probably leave out the name. Probably leave out his name just because I don't know what he's up to, right? But when we were on our first tour, there was an incident that I called the Naked Roadie. And it was a situation. I'll tell it faster this time. It was a situation where we were playing 2 nights in New York, and we had gotten a hotel in New Jersey. So and then we all crashed in this. On tour sometimes you just all crash in one room. And I just remember waking up to like the sun hitting my face, and then looking up and seeing a silhouette of someone just enjoying a cup of coffee, looking out the window, enjoying the sunshine. And as my eyes focused and the figure turned, it was our roadie, and he had, just butt naked, and he turned to where everything turned with him, including like it was.
It is got sway motion.
Exactly, just right there, right in front of the window. And I was like, so yeah, that's tour. That's right. That's what happens.
Good morning.
Do I know this roadie?
Whenever I wake up.
I know you don't want to say names, but do I know this roadie?
I don't know.
Would it be someone I know?
I don't remember. It was so long ago.
It's probably not who I'm thinking of then. But I thought you were talking about Scotty.
No, but we are going to talk about Scotty.
I'm sure
I was going to say that too. If we're going to talk about things we've seen from stage, like we've seen our merch guy get kicked out of a venue before for being too drunk. Because we have.
What are you gonna do?
How would you describe Scotty, Stretch?
Scotty. Oh well, yeah, Stretch. Go ahead.
I'll let you both try.
He's a shining star. He's a shining star.
We love the guy, but he's got a personality you have to meet.
I love Scotty.
He's got a heart of gold.
That's true.
There you go.
But sometimes that heart is dipped in a barrel of liquor, and
I do my best. I'll do my best Scotty voice. Just, hey, you guys, what the fuck's up? What the fuck's up?
Oh man,
I'm so glad I got to see your band. I haven't seen you in 2 years.
Don't let Fabian sit on you because he's dense. He's not a big guy, but he's dense.
He's dense.
He's got some mass.
Man, I love Scotty, man.
I do too, man.
He was down here for a while during the pandemic, but
I should get him on this.
Back up north or not?
Oh yeah.
Could you imagine talking to Scotty?
Get Scotty on this podcast. It'd be amazing.
Oh God.
I'm sure he'd love to be on it.
I'm sure he's freaking out just hearing his name right now.
It's like they're talking about me. Yes.
I love you, Maria. So let's switch topics here, kinda. Let's say I was gonna ask you like if you've had any moments that were just super embarrassing that happened, but I don't really catch you as a person that gets really too embarrassed.
I mean, most of my embarrassment comes from just getting too drunk.
Yeah.
Man, it's the worst, man.
When you get up on stage and you're like, I'm feeling good, and then you start playing, you're like, whoa, shit. What am I playing? What song is this? And you look over and your lead singer's unplugged your guitar because you're playing so badly. And then you get angry because why the fuck did he unplug my guitar? Maybe he needs to unplug his own guitar. How dare he? And then like you get off stage and you're like, that was just shit. Yeah. I feel so bad about all that. I've had a couple of those. More than
everyone has. Yeah. Everyone does.
But those are the most embarrassing. Like I think I fell. We just played in recent one. We just played Knoxville, Tennessee.
Good place. Good time.
Like 2 months ago. Great show. Awesome show. We were playing with a metal band. God, I wish I could remember their name. So I can name drop them. Know that I name drop them. I'm going to say it wrong. Okay. So we were playing with this band called, I'm going to say it wrong. I'm sorry. Quiescent Mantis, I think. Quiescent Mantis. Quiescent Mantis. Anyway, they're a metal band. I actually really like their music. They ended their set with Ace of Spades by Motorhead.
Oh, nice.
I was drunk, and I'm like, hell yeah. So I like run up to the stage.
Oh, yeah, brother.
And it was one of those small stages, as we know, that like 3 inches off the floor.
Yeah, of course.
The monitors were actually sitting on the floor in front of the stage. Mm-hmm. And I was standing next to one of the monitors, like yelling Ace of Spades in this dude's face. and one of the guys from the mosh pit hits me, and he hit me just right, and I fell backwards over the monitor.
Oh, jeez.
And like smacked my head against the sound rig for the sound guy. And then I was like stuck there because it was like this small space, and it was like there was the pit next to me, so it was like people were trying to help me up, but my feet were on the other side of the monitor, and I just couldn't get up. Ended up having like 3 people like actually like physically grab me and pull me back to my feet. And everyone's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm fine as long as the music equipment's good. Is the music equipment good? I fell into it. I've got a big fat hard head. I want to make sure I didn't damage like $3,000 worth of equipment." Yeah, it's fine. I'm like, all right, cool, I'm good then.
Is my stuff okay? Is my stuff okay?
Like, yeah, exactly. It's like, is the stuff okay? All right, I'm fine. But like, everything like stopped. And are you all right? Are you fine? I'm like, I didn't think it was that big of a fall, but yeah, sure, I'm good. All right, back to Ace of Spades. It was the weirdest fucking thing, but
it always looks worse than it actually is. You know, they always show in movies when like the singer gets on the mic and then something faulty happens and he gets electrocuted, and that's actually happened to me like several times. Has that happened to both of you?
The hot mics, man. The hot mics are the worst.
Yeah,
microphones. I've been shocked by so many mics, and you don't know it until you accidentally rub your lip against it, and it's just like, oh god, what the fuck. People are like, huh? I'm like, I got shocked by the mic. Don't worry about it. I'll just stay back from it now. But I've been shocked by a lot of microphones.
Yeah.
I've never like grabbed a mic and had it shock me, or like I've never been shocked. I've been on stage and my guitar shocked me. I don't know if it was like the power was bad or whatever it was, but like every time I'd touch a string, I'd be like, oh, what the fuck?
Damn.
I've had it to where I think I like completed a connection when I was like on the mic. And as soon as I like my lips touched the mic and my hand hit the strings on the guitar, it just all like
everything shocked.
Yeah, I must have completed a circuit or something. I don't know, but it hurt. It hurt pretty bad. Like I think I lost some of the hair right here for a second.
I've had a bloody lip one time.
Oh yeah,
like, I just remember like I think it was like back in the college, like some basement of some show. And I just remember feeling just like at the end of it, I'm like, I think I have a fucking bloody lip from this fucking microphone.
If I'm getting shocked, or did you hit it? Or?
Yes. To both.
You always have bloody thumbs.
Bloody thumbs?
It's been a while.
Do you play with picks or do you play like fingerstyle?
I play with picks.
Because Stretch, you play with picks too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
I just think you get better attack. You get better sound and better attack out of it, I think, personally.
You know, punk rock players, you need that speed and the kind of agility you get with a pick.
Yeah.
Because your fingers would fall off if you...
When I first started learning bass, I really wanted to learn how to play slap. And then I realized that nothing that I wanted to play was played slap. So I was like, why?
Same exact thing.
Like when I started taking lessons from a teacher, I'm like, I wanted to play slap. And he's like, oh, cool. Well, what kind of songs do you listen to that have it? I'm like,
I don't know.
I don't hear a lot of slap in metal. And that was before I was really into Primus. And so I was like, He's like, well, I can teach you how to do it, I guess. I'm like, all right, cool.
Winona's got a big brown reverb.
Reverb.
She's got reverb.
But yeah, like we were. I was saying, I don't know if it got caught or not. Jason, I've had a lot of microphones hit me in the mouth from people running into them. A lot of fat lips. No cracked teeth yet, so.
No. Here's a funny story. I have a fake tooth right here. But that was I wasn't even playing a show. That was in high school. I had a little much to drink, and I started playing Ninja in my friend's house. Just hold on. And I opened a closet door, and I was like, "Whatever's in here, Ninja!" Ha! And it was one of those ironing boards that comes out.
Oh, no.
You lost a tooth to an ironing board?
I remember it in slow motion, like it hit. And I saw my tooth like flying in the air, and I just had the nerve like dangling down.
Ooh.
But I was still drunk. If my mom's watching, I think I told her I fell on something or I tripped something. But
of course you did.
But I remember standing in front of the mirror, just touching the nerve, being like, "Ow, ow,
ow!"
And then I had to like go get it replaced, but they had to give you a temporary one just to fill the gap. But it was too big, so it looked like this big chiclet. for like a month. Just
nice.
That was fun. That was my senior year.
You were a pretty cool guy.
I was rocking, man. I was awesome. I was a cool kid in class.
I see those pictures.
I just didn't smile.
I don't know if I've ever seen high school Fabian pictures before.
There's not a whole lot.
No.
I
don't think
you have to go to like the cave paintings on the walls.
Oh, you bastard.
Like, MySpace no longer exists for a reason.
I think I have like 2 pictures of my prom, and then after that, it's just all like college. Like my life started at college when I started like really playing live music, and I had dreadlock, or kind of like I had braids, like long hair, and I was thin. And
the first time I saw that was jarring.
I'm on stage, and I've got like, you know how Korn wore the little button shirts. I had that, and the long hair in my face, and 7-string guitar, just like. Rrr.
I definitely wore the Guy Fieri like flame bowling shirts. That was like a style that I wore for a while.
Nice.
I'll be honest,
that guy.
That was probably.
That's amazing.
I was that guy. It was before Guy Fieri was famous though. Like.
Well, I didn't wear jeans. I only wore khakis. I only wore like cargo pants. I didn't wear jeans till college. I don't know why.
You were always expecting to go somewhere fancy.
I had to have the cargos.
Oh,
I needed the extra carry capacity.
In case you found yourself in the woods.
Capacity.
Yes.
I got a sandwich, guys. It's okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Here's a packet.
And he was.
I always remember wanting Jinkos but never being able to afford them. And buying like knockoff Jinkos from Target. Like,
you reminded me of something.
No, it doesn't.
You remember when it was during when Jinkos were popular, and then everybody started making those tearaway blue jeans. They were baggy. I had a pair of those, and they just button up the sides. You could tear them away, and I played a show with them, and my foot got caught on a pedal. And one leg tore away. So I just have this one leg exposed, like I was like a showgirl.
Nice.
Like, hey boys, check out my leg.
It's a rock show and a burlesque show.
Yeah.
Yes.
We played a burlesque show before.
Time.
We didn't play one. We played in St. Louis and then went to a burlesque show. We didn't actually.
Still a good time though.
It is, yes.
Do you remember that stretch when we played that burlesque show? It was like I forget. I think it was maybe Dumbledore. It was somewhere here in the city, and between each band, like a burlesque dancer would get up.
Yes, I do remember that. Yes.
And our drummer at the time was right at the front, just like, oh my god. There's a video of him turning around like,
yeah. Oh my god.
That was a unique experience. You had any crazy shows? Like just full like wacky venues you played?
Oh, wacky venues. We played a like, what is it called? Like a pontoon boat once. Like, it was the weirdest fucking thing. I don't know. Like, what? I think that's what it's called. It's like a fucking like they like had the show and like they were like, we're having it at this house. Like it was, but smaller. Like it was just the band. It was the weirdest fucking thing. Like they like people on the dock watching us play, and like we set up on the pontoon boat and played on the pontoon boat. It was
interesting.
Like as it was docked. I don't know why. I think we're just like, yeah, fuck, we'll play on the fucking boat. Yeah, fuck.
I see someone just looking around like a stage. Oh,
yeah, it's like boat. Probably like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna be set up in the yard. It's like, oh, can we play on the boat? Sure, why not? Yeah, let's do it. All right, cool.
Yeah.
I remember that might have been with the Misfits, I think.
Nice.
I've played so many like backyard shows with that band. Like people would be like, "Oh, that's awesome! You should come play my house."
Yeah.
And you get there, and it's like one dude and his friends. And like, where do you want us to set up? Oh, just anywhere in the backyard. We'll run power cords. Okay, cool. Free beer. All right, let's do it. All right.
Yeah.
Pay me and feed me. I'm good. That's the road life. That really is.
All right, sweet. Yeah. You can find places. Well, we can crash here too. All right, yeah, cool. Let's play.
Stretch, you remember the place in St. Louis where I think we kicked off a tour there? It was like a little Halloween.
Oh, I love that place. That place had the little like doll heads in the candy jar, like dispensing machines and shit. Yeah. All the horror themed stuff. Yeah, it was
full on like horror theme.
It was like a horror TGI Fridays almost.
But it was small. And then they had an actual stage, but they didn't have a PA system, and the sound guy wasn't there.
Oh yeah.
So they pull out a box with one speaker and a bunch of cables and microphones, and they're like, "Well, here's the PA." So we're
figure it out.
We got like half an hour till we're supposed to start playing. We're all pulling shit out of the box, like trying to figure out.
Yeah,
we've definitely done that. We played the box office to the Double Door, or the box office to, I think it's the box office to Double Door in Chicago. We played a show there, and we got there and no one was there. The door was unlocked, and it was us and two other bands or something, and the sound guy never showed up. So we're trying to figure out the sound system. Like we called the guy that booked the show. He's like, "Oh, the sound guy should be there." And I'm like, well, no one says they're the sound guy.
Those are nightmare gigs.
It's like, are you inside? Yeah, the door was unlocked. The door shouldn't have been unlocked. Well, we're here. We're setting up and having a show. So we played a show up in the Chicagoland area. I can't remember the name of the place. We played there a few times. They had great fucking tacos. I wish I could remember the name of it. I want to say it was like the North Street Pub or something like that. I don't remember. But it was like the second time we had played there, and like there was 4 bands, and they asked us to play last. And we're like, yeah, sure. There's a bunch of people here. This will be freaking amazing. And we were playing in the basement, like the basement stage. And like the first band played, and it was very Nickelback-ish rock. I don't want to call it butt rock, but it was butt rock.
But he was holding a photograph. Cool.
Yeah, he was holding the photograph, and then the second band played, and they were also holding a photograph. And we're like,
too many photographs.
I don't think these people know what we play and how we sound.
That's not what we meant by full album, guys. Put the photograph away.
And then the third band played, and they were by far the most put together band, but they very much sounded like they were down with the sickness. And I was just like, okay, and we have to close this show now. All right, and then they're like, stick around, I think that was DeLorean Death Ride. They're like, DeLorean Death Ride is up next, and we had brought maybe 4 people with us or something like that. And we're like, and it was a big crowd, and I'm like, yeah, and they were all sticking around while we were loading up. I'm like, this is amazing. This is going to be great. And seriously, like, we were halfway through our first song before it was just the 4 people that we had brought with us. Everyone else had left. Like, we started playing, and then, like, it was maybe halfway through the first song. It was like, well, good to see you, Tony and Shelly and Mitch. Thanks for coming, guys. And we finished out our set in front of those, like, 3 or 4 people. And we went upstairs, and everyone had left the venue. It's just like, oh, man, we really should not have played last.
You have those kind of shows.
No one knew who we were.
And it's funny because you can have that show one night, play the next night to a packed house, and just have the time of your life. It's so sporadic. You just don't know how it's going to hit. And it's just the game, man. That's just the game. You get paid, you go on to the next town. That's all you do.
Yeah, that's part of being on the road.
Yeah.
How was Fest? Oh,
Fest was a lot of fun. Even with the pandemic going on, it was still not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
No.
Fest wrestling was amazing. If you go, at least see some of the wrestling. It was super fucking fun. But like I got to see like every band I wanted to see. My schedule was great, so I could see every band I wanted to see. I discovered some new music, some new bands and stuff. You guys should, if you can. It's hard to get onto Fest from what I hear. We got really lucky because we toured down there and met the guy that puts it on and played a show outside of Fest, and he came and checked us out, and then we got on that way. But it's a lot of fun to tour down and do, and it's a great community and stuff. You guys would fit in perfectly there. I think you guys should try to get on.
Maybe we should go together.
Runaround Fest 2022. Hell yeah! If we can get back on again.
You got any questions for me? I mean, do you want to know my cup size or anything?
What is your daily manscaping routine? And I want Exact details.
Like the ferns of the Serengeti, I let it all flow.
It's like, I wake up every day at 8 a.m. and I greet the day. Hello, day. And I spend exactly 22 minutes combing my beard. 227 strokes each side.
That sounds delightful. This is now ASMR for beard stroking. He takes the beard and he strokes it, and then picks his own nose. I just wanted to hit that button. Thanks for coming on, brother.
Hell yeah,
thank you, dude.
And
I feel like I wasn't as well prepared as I would have liked to be, but I had a lot of fun.
No, that was good.
Hey, man. You can always do it again.
Yeah, exactly.
This is true.
So yeah, my plan is to get a bunch of these, and 20 to 30 minute kind of little segments. I'm going to put them on Facebook and YouTube, and when I gather up enough, I'm going to cut them up in the episodes and actually put it out as a podcast, put it on Spotify and Audible and just wherever I can. So it'll eventually make it up to just a podcast, but I want to get at least cool. 10 little episodes in before I do that.
Sure.
But
I just wondered, because when I saw your the first episode you posted, I was like, oh, he's doing a podcast. Yeah. I listen to a lot of podcasts on Spotify. I wonder if it'll be on Spotify.
It will eventually.
Yeah.
Nice. It'll make it there. But
I got a
video treat for the people now.
Yeah, exactly.
Videos.
It makes sense.
Video.
Motion.
The band doesn't let me have a microphone.
That's a lie.
That's a lie. I know that's a lie.
Dirty liar.
Because I was a young warthog.
Out of here.
I'll see you maybe Saturday.
Yeah,
Saturday in Bloomington.
I've got a thing going on in Peoria during the day,
okay.
But I think that's during the day. So I think I should be home in time to go to guys' show. So I'm planning on it. I try to see if Chrissy will go too. So
we'll have a good show Thursday, and we'll have a beer Saturday, and just shoot the shit, man. Hang out.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much for having me on.
Yeah,
I
man.
appreciate it.
We'll have you
on again at some point.
I can't speak. A goose. All right, and Stretch, I'll see you Saturday as well.
See you later, buddy.
Yeah, man. You guys have a good night.
Danny?
Yep.
Take it easy, buddy.
You guys have a good night.
Yeah.
Bye.